Hi everyone and welcome to Sherlou Games! Yes, I hope you're doing great. This is not a video about Warframe, it's a video about yet another zombie survivor. I'm gonna do first impression on this game because I've been playing it a lot lately. I'm survival level 64 as you can see on my screen. And I mean, it's a really good game. It's a really good game, and you have to know that it's right now it's in early access. The developers are already working really hard on a new big update that will change a lot of things in yet another zombie survivor. What it is, it's a bullet hell. And at first you have only, I think it's 2 or 3 characters. I think it's the first 3 you have. It's already been a few weeks, and you can unlock so far 7 of them. The last 2, or well, I said the last 2 for now, will probably come in the next not upgrade but update. Yeah, then the next update. And when you start, you have for each character, you can see if I am on the SWAT right now, you have 3 different lines telling us what are the powers of that, what are kind of weapon that person can have, that character can have. When you start it, those are not unlocked. I mean, you have only the first one. Then when you get to a certain point, you kill a certain number of zombies as a leader, you get to another level and everything, and so on and so forth. Should I recommend this game? Absolutely. If you like bullet hell game, we're gonna go into the game in a few seconds just to show you what it looks like. The graphics are good. That's one thing you want to know. Is the graphic good? Yes, the graphics are good. The other thing you want to know is the sound effects are good? Yes, the sound effects are good. It's really immersive. You will feel like you're in there, and the sounds of the weapon are really cool. Like if you get from on the SWAT guy, if you get from the gun to the SMG to the assault rifle, the sound will change, and that's a little detail that I really love. The fact that there's already 7 unlockable character, and each of them have 3 levels of development. This is pretty cool. Let's go with the SWAT guy. He's the first you're gonna want to play. He's I would say the easiest character to play because is dishing out a lot of damage, and that is nice. And in every place, so far I only unlocked those 3 places, but we're going to take the first one. Just again, it's just a show. And then you have default, endless, hardcore, which are the 3 that I unlocked it, and then you have extermination and 1 hit. So you get hit 1 time, it's over, man. I haven't tried it yet, but seems pretty hard. Let's go to default again because I want to show you what's going on. So the game is based, yes, of course, you're gonna move around. So that's me. I'm going to move around, and I have auto shoot on it. Not auto shoot, but auto aim on it. So it will choose the target that is closest to us. You can choose to not have this option. You can choose to control also where you're aiming. So far, I've tried both of them, and so far, I mean, the characters are doing the right decision. They're shooting the right enemy, like 90% of the time. So the AI in there is pretty good. That is the first way you can upgrade your character while you're playing, because each time you're playing, you restart kind of at 0. The only thing that changes is that how much weapons you can have. So if you go, let's take the helicopter so you just can see a little bit what it looks like. This is something that will come to a cooldown of 45 seconds. With time, you can upgrade those characters and have that time lowered. Not the character, but the what you're choosing. The military training here. This you need 4 of them to get to the next level, to have a kind of a new thing to do. You also will start not with the ricochet, not with the automatic turret, although she's all really good. You will start with the grenade trail. So the grenade trail, you have no control on where it's gonna go. As it says, sometimes it will shoot it in front of him, sometimes it will be beyond him. In the end game, so far not that useful, but still interesting in the beginning of the game where enemies have lower life. The grenades will do a difference. They will clear some spots for you. So you can get healing like I just did if you're a little bit injured. There we go. Let's choose the pistol again. You can have little bonuses like stone skin, things like that. I want to get another military training so I can show you another mechanic that is really interesting in the game that gives you a sense that you're progressing, because the enemies are going to get harder and harder. So having ways to upgrade your character are pretty good. The other way is that little trunk over here. You can choose different advancements, things that will change a little bit the way you play, things that would give you bonuses and things like that. So this is one of the ways you can upgrade your character during play. So let's take the scooter, weapon critical chance, weapon critical damage. That's pretty cool. Let's go with that for now. The other thing that is pretty interesting is that you're not playing alone. Most of the... Oh, let's get the fourth one. Where got the SMJ? So this is the military training. Military training, same thing a little bit as the box, as did the trunk, but it's a more... It will not be an object. It's something that is really getting on your character, at least for the during of that time. You have common, rare, and you have another legendary. But not necessarily always a good. Like for now, weapon critical damage, my critical chance is only 16%. I might want to have a more range arm on my magnet, which is to get things get to me. Ability critical damage, max health. I mean, depending, those will change all the time. We will never get. I mean, there are a pack of them. I mean, you can go outside, and I will show them after. But let's go for the magnet here. The other thing that I think makes this game pretty unique and why you should try it, even though if it's in early access, is that you will not be alone. You will have a squad of 3 different people, and once the 3 of them are chosen, then you will still have those characters popping up. You will liberate them and get money. Money will get you upgrades. So pretty simple. I'm gonna go with the engineer here. He's really useful, really useful. I don't want to get too much in character details. I will do that in another video, but he has a lot of little perks, a lot of little abilities that are really, really useful. As I am into kind of the later game, already level 64, to get to a point that I can spend outside of the playing area, that I will be able to keep for a long time, it will be permanent, in fact, on my characters. That would be $4,250 to get 1 point. At the beginning of the game, I think you start at 1,000. The more you go up, the more costly they are. Okay, that's kind of simple. You can get, like I said, money. I got some frenzy, some shield, things like that. Those are little white icons. Let me try to find one real quick. You already saw them a few times, but just to make sure that you know what I'm talking about. Of course, here we go. You have a white one here. This one will give me super speed, so I walk really fast. The helicopter, you have no control over it, like most of the things, except for the weapon that really is something that you can aim if you want to, or that will choose targets. The rest of the abilities, you will not be able to choose anything. There's only 4 style of damage right now, which is fire, electric, ice, and chemical. Depending on the character you have, it will be one of the others. But some characters, like for example, the one I chose for first, the SWAT team, doesn't have any of those. So I know they're gonna be adding kinetic and there's gonna be 6 different type of damage modifier that you will be able to choose into. So I think that will add a lot to the portrait. Let's continue this. Let's choose this device here. Just want to show you what happens when you choose your last character. Should not be long. The first one pops at around 2 minutes. And here we go. The other one about 250. So it's pretty quick. It's pretty quick. And you don't choose which one. I mean, at the beginning, of course, it will always be the same 3 ones: the tank, the squad, and the engineer. But as I have 7 now, I can try to make different type of teams. I can try, okay, I have those two. I'm going to go with the medic for this reason. I'm going to go for the tank for that reason. You can choose. And if those two are not what you want, you can take a chance to liberate and take the next one. But for now, it doesn't seem to be randomized. You have to keep with what you have. So let's take the tank, for example. So now when I level up, let's take, it doesn't matter at this point. So when you get to level up, I'm going to level up one last time before we go out. There you go. So for now, in this one, I have not the example I wanted to show you, but I have a choice to upgrade something from my SWAT team, as my SWAT guy, something to upgrade my engineer, but I could have had also someone for my tank. So you're not really choosing what's going to happen. Of course, you have things like reroll, where if you're not happy with what you get, you can reroll it. You can reroll the trunks. You can reroll a lot of the army training. You can reroll a lot of things. If there's two things you want to upgrade in there, you can do a lockdown. So the next time you upgrade, you go up, it will keep it in the line. And you can banish something if you say, oh, the EMP grenade, I will never use it. And if you don't banish it, well, it will always come back to you. The game will always offer it to you until you take it and you finish it if it doesn't have an upgrade. So the banish could be nice, or you can even skip if you want to. Don't know why you would like to do that, but let's say that you want to. So that is basically how it runs. Like you can see, the graphics are pretty cool, I think. Especially that we are in early access. The lighting is nice. The characters are cool. We're going to have special monitors later on that are going to come in and do special things. So all in all, the different places also are pretty cool. They're different type of places. So if you want to see during what you're doing where you are, so you can see all your stats here, health, weapon damage, ability damage, armor, movement speed, what type of damage you have upgraded. You have the weapons and the abilities that your character will have. Weapons are always on top. And then you have the items that you collected so far. We're not gonna continue here. We're gonna go back to the main menu. Yes. So this will end my game. You cannot save during, let's say, a game. Because you just can't. I don't know if you're going to change that. Normally, it will last, depending on the type of mission you choose. To succeed, you'll have to do even either 20 minutes or 10 minutes, or it could be endless, so as long as you can survive. So you have to keep in mind that you cannot just play for 2 minutes and save and get out if you want to go into a mission. Let's see the upgrades. So this is another way that is permanently, contrary to all the other things I showed you before that are only while you're playing one level. Yeah, maybe a level would be better than a game. Those you spend training points here, and those will be permanent. Like for example, I have 250 more health when I start. Each point is 50, so really easy. Plus 50, plus 100, plus 150, plus 200, plus 100, and 250 in all of those. And this is for the money, damage, experience, how fast you're running. And of course, the first row here will be unlocked. The others won't be unlocked. You will unlock them as you get to milestone. I think if I remember correctly, you have to put at least, I think it's 10 or 20 points here, then 20, then 30, then 40 to unlock those other ranks of training that you can add that are permanent. So this will make a huge difference in your game, because before you even start, you will have, for example, 20% more damage on your weapon. So, I mean, that's just great. So let's go back here also. Item pool. So you have items that you can collect. At the beginning, this pool will be really limited. I think you start with something like 10. And as you unlock characters, as you last a certain time, as you kill a certain amount of zombies or monsters, or not monsters, but super zombie, what they will call elite, yeah, like any other game, elite character, then you will unlock those things, and you're gonna get more and more and more. At some point, some of them you will like, some of them you won't like, and you can decide to to banish some of them. The number of banish is unlimited, but the number you need to have a choice from has to be at least 40. So the more you have, the more you can ban, but at the end of the day, you will always have between 40 different items to choose from. So you'll not be able to get always the same ones. To banish everything you want to banish at some point. Then what can I show you? That's an item pool. I'm going to show you the achievements. So you get achievements, and those achievements will unlock stuff like for your character that you choose. You will start, of course, at level 1. Then you will achieve a level 2, level 3, and will unlock, like I showed you at first, this different row of weapon that you'll be able to use. So this is another way to see where you're going with that. The Zombiepedia is everything you've done so far. Your profile, so there's a lot of data in here that you can see. Okay, which one is ranked 3, which one is has the most kills as a leader, how much victories, all those kind of things, money collected. You can see the enemies that you've seen. As you start, of course, they're not all there. You just see those. I think you will see only those 2, and rapidly this guy here. After that, you have to unlock them. You have to meet them to unlock them. Same thing for the weapons. So you have, this is some weapons, all the weapons will go on a crescendo. You start with your little gun, then you go to, for example, the SMG in the case of the SWAT, and then you'll have a choice between the assault rifle and the sniper rifle. Same thing for the tank. Those 2 you have to get through to get to this last tier over here. But in the last tier, you always have 2 choices. Some are better than others. Some are not good at all. For example, the medic, those 2 here, for so far, I prefer to stay here at the syringe gun than go choose one of those 2. That's me. You can go see your abilities, the one that you've unlocked so far. The one you haven't unlocked, you won't be able to see. Again, if you need more information, everything is there. They're going to tell you, depending on the level, how much damage, range, cooldown, or different things that will apply to that specific thing. Duration, for example, because this one has a duration that will stay on the map for a certain time. Then you have power-ups. So those are the power-ups you will find on the map when you play a level. Like I said, military training, when you have 4, gives you another perks. You have another 4, gives you another perks. This is the magnet. It will suck everything that is in the game. Life, money. This is SOS signal that they call it, to get other characters. The item chest, to get to the items we will see, that I showed you already, and those are for experience. These are the power-ups. You have, of course, the 50% weapon attack speed, so you're in a killing frenzy. Then you have the invincibility for 5 seconds, and you have the super speed that makes you run faster. One of the things that's really interesting, combination that's really interesting, is that in the different items that you can collect, one of them, the pickaxe, that you can get pretty early. I'm not seeing it right now. Where is that pickaxe? Oh, here it is. So the pick-up pick, it will give you restore 10% of health each time you get a power-up. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. The items, and finally the military training. You can see all of them here. As much as I know right now, they're all unlocked right from the beginning. And there's a mystery one here, which is luck. We're not exactly sure what luck does. It says so. The main effect of luck is to increase drop rate of most pickable items. It also slightly increases the chance of getting better experience gem. In addition, the more luck you have, the more likely you get rare and legendary military training option. So it says more here. When you get it in the game, it just says that they're not sure what it does. It just makes things better. So, but you have a better description here of what it does. So that is the overall of what the game is. It's a bullet hell. It's a really, really well done bullet hell, a lot of things to develop, a lot of things. I mean, it gives you a sense of progression, which is really interesting. The team aspect is really nice. I really love it. I think it's doing great. A great job of mixing things up. Most of the bullet hell, you're alone. You're just alone. It's just you. Now with that, especially if they add other categories of character, different type of characters, I think at some point that could be really crazy. And also, they hinted that there might be eventually kind of a mode where you could already choose your characters, your team from the start. I don't know if it's gonna come. I mean, go see that on Steam. If you're not sure if you should buy it, at least put it on your wish list, not zone, but wish list, so you can see it, having news from it, seeing where developers are going with it. They seem pretty proactive at this point. They give a lot of information. They seems to be, for what I read in different chats and Reddit and everything, the developer seems to be pretty sensible to what the players are saying. Like I said, it's early access, so that is not the final version. But today, which is September 9th of 2024, I recommend you play that game if you love bullet hell. And even if you're not sure, if you want an introduction to some kind of bullet hell, this could be the way for you to get into it. I will do another video. I would like to post it right here to tell you, okay, click on this and you will have the next video. But it's not done yet. It will be done later this week. But I'm going to go back and tell you what I think about every type of character. Every one of those guys and girls will get my review, telling you if I like them, if I don't like them, why I do, what are their best weapon and everything. This will come really soon, so if you don't want to miss it, don't forget to subscribe and click the bell, ring the bell, should I say, ring the bell to make sure that you won't miss anything. So thank you everyone for being here, and I will see you soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.